here's some apple juice.
Hey, it's Doki Literature Club. Did you guess who we're sending the poem to?
It's Natsuki.
Alright, it's Natsuki. it's not, like, we didn't talk about it. I was like, alright, yes and. Well, it sucks. Well, it's not really worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win.
That's hard, bro.
Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win.
I'm picturing Fart Breath saying it like her, like he's mocking her.
Anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey! What makes you think that? Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Aha! Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it! That's what the voice is. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Huh? You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden?
I picture, like, Sayori and Natsuki having conversations, but Sayori's actually just talking about random shit, and Natsuki's like, that's your type.
And Natsuki's just like, yeah, wrote poem for you! Well, I don't know, but honestly, how could someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight.
Wow.
That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. Her head is full of air.
Oh.
You could say we take care of each other of our own way.
That's actually a nice way of looking at it on his side.
Gross. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem or something. Here. Amy likes spiders. Gross. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, they're ugly spiders.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't realize.
What did you do?
I was just gonna grab the slider. I didn't realize it was like, click.
Use the middle scrolly wheel. There you go.
I will now.
It's your friend. Amy has a cute singing voice. I even heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart. I'm just the ugly one from Teen Girl Squad.
Come on.
Teen Girl Squad. Did you never go to like Strong Bad or like Homestar Runner?
That was my
Really. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends, and I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. One of her friends started to like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. We're all better off without spider lovers. I'm gonna tell everyone.
Quick question.
Yes.
What the fuck?
I was just waiting for you to close. I go, not bad, right? And you're just like, what? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's.
I preferred yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Bitch likes spiders. Bitches get stitches. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. Analogies? And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks about Mike. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. Where did the be easy to relate to? Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people find out. They make fun of you or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy.
Right.
I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best after all.
Natsuki's okay.
I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just. I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. Remember that.
I just felt like remember that, like how Naruto does believe it. Like if
Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it.
Okay, Natsuki.
Who should I show my poem to next?
Yuri!
Fuck.
Let's see what you've written for today.
It sucks.
Well done, Fart Breath.
Oh, wasn't expecting that.
Your skills are already improving.
Really? No.
Well,
Thanks,
it's not
Yuri.
on a Subway wrapper.
It's not. No, it's a Jimmy John's wrap.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Yuri. Coming for you, that means a lot.
Oh?
I printed this poem out from my desktop.
It's nothing.
Okay, quick question. Do you own a printer? If you had to think about it, the answer is no.
Personally, no. There might be one somewhere in my house. It might be gone. Someone has offered me a printer recently, though.
And you rejected it, right?
I was like, yeah, whatever.
But that's the thing. It's just like, I remember...
It would be nice for me to own a printer.
Is it really, though?
For drafts?
I mean, like, you could have one, but do you really need one in 2000? Like, because I had this conversation with someone, like, a while ago about, like, do you need a printer in the house? I'm like, no.
Most people don't, no.
And everything is just, you just, here's your email.
But being able to write on drafts and stuff would be very nice. But I'm too lazy to go to somewhere to print stuff out. But most people don't.
Yeah, I'm like, most people just don't have a printer. Like, honestly...
Like, I can get by without one, but it might be nice.
I know this is going to sound as if I'm being, I don't know what the word is. I don't know if it's like... I would think that if you own a printer in your house, you probably have money.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't tie together, like, people who have a printer in their house are obviously people who are just normal everyday people. Nowadays, I'm like, because we had a printer in like the early 90s because it was necessary. Like, you had to print things out.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like, why the fuck do you have a printer?
Yeah, it's true.
Yes. Sorry.
I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way.
What are those?
He would say that.
Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise.
I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. I fell asleep during your explanation. Thanks for sharing. That is the most generic response ever.
I have,
A question?
well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it.
Fuck. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem.
Frickin' her. Okay.
The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack.
Alright, normal.
My attention was caught by the scuttering.
I kind of want to read this in Fart Breath's voice.
Go for it.
I think it'd just be funny. Are we scroll back up?
The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious was well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The Jimmy Johns, a rapper. The moon increments its phase and reflects much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I merely projected my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. That's lame.
Jesus Christ.
I like how our reactions are completely different. As I got through it, I'm still in part breath characters. I'm like, so that was the thing, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Like, if I was in high school, literature club kind of deal, and someone handed me that poem, I'd be like, cool. And then I would immediately get up, and I would walk out, and I'd go to a guidance counselor. I'd be like, her!
Oh, come on. Yuri just needs some help.
The rush of blood, the cutting knife.
She needs some help.
The raccoon and the projecting emotions.
She needs a little bit, okay, but like be like a guidance counselor. Maybe maybe you should just talk to Yuri when you have some time. Just pass by the hallway.
No, you go her.
Yes.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. I read it very well. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if this is my fault, if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem. See, I read it perfectly. He's like, what does this even mean?
Is raccoon?
Raccoons and bread, and a knife to cut the bread.
The cutting
What
knife.
is this about?
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way.
Sure.
Nope. I don't feed raccoons.
Listen, Yuri's from southern Japan. It's a little different down there, okay?
I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies, like feeding raccoons bread at night.
Oh my god, have you ever seen that? I don't know if it's a Vine or a TikTok of I don't know if it's a dude. It might be a dude. I was gonna say it's a kid. What I'm saying is that it's like a teenager, I think, where he feeds like the raccoon something, and he eats it, and it's like, we're friends now. I'm gonna feed you. Now we're gonna have ice cream together or something like that. It's like a thing from Catbug. It's like the most. I'll show you after. It's the most hilarious thing ever.
It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
That's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest?
Eh? She did?
Yeah, you two would make great friends. Yeah. She's talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah. Damn it! Yeah. It sounds like you two have that in common. Maybe you should talk about it more.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies.
Turns out you have more in common than you thought. Alright, I'm off to go do something else.
But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Oh, please don't tell her I said that.
Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Totally normal thing to say. I might be ranting a little bit now.
I rant a lot.
But I'm glad that you're a good listener.
You know what? It's weird. Because you know I'm a ranter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, if I'm on a tirade, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
You just shut up for 20 minutes and let me get it out.
Yeah.
But I'm also strangely a good listener.
Mm.
Who should I show my phone to next? That was all I had to say. I had nothing else to apply to that conversation.
Fart Breath,
What?
I really love your poems.
Of course.
I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
But
I wrote it.
your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
I haven't. I mean, you're really the one who feels that way, so sure.
No way. Not even Natsuki?
Well, I guess Natsuki is least likely to admit how much he likes something. But I
Accurate.
don't think it's that.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you.
Whoa.
Gross.
Whoa.
Stop thinking weird things, baka. I just mean that you're really you're a really expensive person. I just mean that
I mean,
you...
she kind of is. She wanted you to buy a snack.
Yeah, you're really expensive. You always want me to buy snacks for you. Jesus. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things.
Like cooking.
Oh, fuck. Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I don't know, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. Yeah, that kind of weird connection. Like how your fingers really touch tips right now. Why are your fingers longer than your hand? It's your fault for getting in my business all the time.
I don't know if I understand.
You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? Pat Sayori's head.
So condescending.
Hey! I'm not a kid, you know.
Yeah, but I heard girls like head pats, so... Are you sure about that?
Maybe. Also, be careful of my unicorn.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. The next girlfriend I have, I'm just gonna give her head pats. There's no kissing, no sex, just head pats.
See, like, how long she deals with it before she's like, okay, what?
Yeah, why is this the thing? And then I'm gonna make a meme on the internet. It's like, sex is great, but have you ever just constantly given your girlfriend head pats? Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey, Fart Breath, will you give me your poem?
Is that innuendo for something?
I kind of want to keep it.
That is innuendo for something. Huh? Why?
Because...
Why?
Well...
Why?
It's the first time you've written something for me.
I wrote it for the class. I wrote it for the class, though. Sarah, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. I wrote it because everyone else, because Monica said write a poem for everyone to... Are you even listening anymore? Oh, whatever. Here, this is my stupid poem. I'll give it to you when I go home.
Really?
Okay, this is the third time she's getting hit.
Child abuse. Thank you, Virus and Threat Protection. I'm glad that you've scanned my device 2 times today.
I broke my pencil.
Oh, see? Now she's taking her anger out on her pencil. Sarah hastily bends down. You need to stop that. To pick up the piece you dropped. Being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Holy shit.
Sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. Jesus, this fucking woman can't get a fucking pencil off the ground. Sarah clutches the desk beside her to support herself, her knees shaking.
I'm a little clumsy today.
You're always clumsy. Let's sit down, Sayori.
Yeah.
I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk because she doesn't know how to do anything without hurting herself. Anyway, I still haven't read your stupid poem yet.
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours.
I didn't ask you about that. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. I'm sure I'll tell myself I like it.
Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams.
Yeah, you just grab her unicorn horn and there it is.
Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle is starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
What a great poem, Sayori! Jeez, that was fantastic! Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did.
Because I didn't understand a word of it.
Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever?
No.
You're number 2 to go to the guidance counselor, Sayori.
Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot.
I bet she did.
And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I bet you are. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Yep. Well, not exactly. I'm just drunk. Maybe because I'm so used to being cheerful. Well, never mind. Do go back to being happy. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good, so I guess you should be proud of that.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better.
That's unfortunate.
Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Writing's the best.
Sure is.
I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Have fun with that.
Also a normal thing to say.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sari always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to know when I'm going to suffocate her in her sleep.
Jesus.
I mean, it fits in with the weirdness we've had today, right? Come on. Click on Monica, please. Hi again, Fire Prep. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. You said like I'm high, right? As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. No. You never know. I know. Want to share what you wrote today? Sure, here you go. You're my poem, Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. She's Batman and you're Robin. That's kind of exaggerating it. Oh, sorry. That's kind of exaggerating it. That's the wrong place. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing.
Monica's weird.
What, do you not like her perfectly arched back and her diagonal form, and when she dabs on all haters?
It was like she says something, and then it's like if you say something and maybe she didn't expect that response, she immediately backtracks into like, it's fine, everything's fine. Forget I said that.
Everything's fine. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry.
Okay.
I'm super interested in you. Just instead of I get what you're saying, just yes, I'm super interested in you. Do you want to go in the closet? Which is ironic. Well, all right. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Okay, sorry. Save me! The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me.
Cool. Hey, what the fuck?
It's even more abstract than your last one. I like how everyone else is like, this is a good poem, and this one is like, wow, this one's weirder than your other one. I guess this is the way I write. Do you like the spaces? I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. I get it, because MySpace was popular in 2004. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
Uh-huh.
I see. I also see it right now. It's so hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression, or a feeling, or conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something.
I think Yuri would disagree with your thoughts on poems, Monica. How about you two go do that?
Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know what might happen when you change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Alright, thanks for listening. I'm gonna go do gymnastics now. Or I'll just be right here. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right?
Yeah.
I have something I just, the more I do this Monica voice, the more I'm like, have you ever seen the Bray Wyatt Firefly house thing?
You might have shown me.
You will get the same vibe of that I get from this. I'll show you after. I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room and sit Indian style. That's what they always say in classroom. You remember that?
Crisscross applesauce.
That's what they said down here?
Some of it, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, some still said Indian style, but there was a lot of crisscross applesauce.
That is hilarious because up north, we say Indian style. And that's, like, now I'm like, that is kind of weird to say. But if you said crisscross applesauce, I would have been like, that's for kids, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never thought twice about that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Huh. Anyway.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Do we really have to do something for the festival? I don't wanna. It's not like we can put together any good in just a few days. We just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well.
Say we are friends!
I don't really do well with last-minute preparation.
Let's talk about our interests!
Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets. Wait, when did you design pamphlets? When? When, woman? We just got the fucking crayons. We got the fucking colored pencils.
She
Fucking
did
paper.
it like last night, like, ha, let me get my part done.
And I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually gonna be doing for the event, you idiot. Buck, I'm stupid.
Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. I sent an email about it. Did you read it? No, you dumb bitch. We're going to be performing.
Performing!
Monica?
Yeah, we're gonna have a poetry performance. Now you have to tell everybody about your weird fetishes. Either of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Gross! Sayori has been coloring the poster, holds it up for all of us to see.
Kidding me, Monica? You fucking bitch! Fucking hate you! You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you?
Well, I did.
Yeah, no, I take over Natsuki.
Like, that's what's going on in her brain right now. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Of course I do! Say, well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I can never in my life do something like that.
Imagine it. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys,
No, Sayori! I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So, I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. And I will have my hands down at attention until we get it right. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same as I point at your eyelid.
Yeah, it's a bit odd.
She's just picking out the
Like-
sleepies from her eye, just plink, plink, plink. And the
Yuri's
more-
like, I have my eyes closed just in case you try it on me.
and the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
yeah!
Now I'm rubbing your cheeks.
It's about expressing your feelings.
Gross.
Being intimate with yourself.
That's also gross, but in a different way.
Finding new horizons.
That sounds lame.
And having fun.
That sounds gross. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others? I'm tickling your eyes again. And to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I finally put my hands back to my side. I know we all do. And if all it takes is why can I read this line right? And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. Fuck it, I'm out. Oh, damn it. Fuck this shit, I'm out. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit, because I have a giant boner for Monica.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Okay, fine. Guess I'll just have to get it over with.
All right!
Phew!
And everything comes up Monica.
Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. Haha, that's everyone!
Ah!
You're the best, Yuri!
Ah!
This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Hooray! Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. You're not gonna die. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. Brock Lesnar versus... I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
Monica? This is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers, you idiots?
Oh no.
Don't worry, write some better trash tomorrow and we'll let you recite it then. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
No. Of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebooks at the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Meanwhile, I'm just losing my mind. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Roses are red, violets are blue. I have a story that will certainly frighten you.
Not bad.
Monica says whatever she said. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine and frightening. She knows exactly how to apply emotion beside and behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I don't know. I'm bored. I glance around me to see if anyone else is bored. Are you bored? I'm sending you a text message. Read it, please. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica shuts the fuck up. The four of us applaud because I don't know what else to do. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next.
Oh.
What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden?
No. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up.
Pretty amazing that's Yuri next.
Keeping her head down, she quickly walks over to the podium.
This poem is called...
These nuts? Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye.
That's edgy as shit. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much fucking effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. The quavering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident fucking woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and I don't give a shit. And it's the structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri steps back into reality. Oh, there goes gravity, and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. Why? Why me? I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. I don't know if she deserved it or not. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but it was awkward as fuck because her poem's depressing. But we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Hey, Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Yuri's just like, no.
Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
She's actually reading the poem right now. That is the poem. Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
We did it as easily as 1, 2, 3. Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best. It'll come out the best that way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem.
She probably just got brain damage from hitting her head.
I mean, that's probably not helping it.
Yeah.
Somehow it feels like her soft voice is made a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori's is. It's serene and bittersweet, like a Toblerone.
Like a what?
Toblerones are not bittersweet. Have you never had a Toblerone before? I have 3 memes I need to show you afterwards. And if I were to read this on this paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into... God, I'm bored. Not just the character, he's just like... deep into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
I picture her just like jumping up and down. Like
She's
she
like,
wants
I did! And the fart brush is like, cool.
Yeah.
Even Fart Breath liked it.
Define like.
I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery.
I don't really understand.
In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading.
Monica's like, I have constructive criticism that you're about to hear.
Hey, listen, she understands how the compliment sandwich works. You give a little head pat. And then I dig the knife into you, and then I give you one more head pat.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing.
That way it takes the sting off of the knife that she's burying into you.
It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone.
And then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now, who's next? Natsuki?
She's like, no.
I'm gonna go for fart breath. It's not gonna be prepared you guys anyway. I just want to fart breath on everyone. Standards on the form. I have to do it.
Natsuki.
It's fine. Might as well get it over with. Like they're worried because then suddenly Natsuki's just like,
Yeah.
I could put out a death growl at any minute, but I'm sparing you stupid humans. It's not like I had much of a selection of what to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. Peanut butter and jelly. Sadistic. Funeral. Wedding. Yakisoba. It's just the menu. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in what the fuck I wrote, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing.
Thanks.
That's something that'll improve her. See, she understands it. The compliment sandwich. She gave you a nice piece of bread, and then she just jammed you with all the meat, and then put a nice little piece of bread underneath it. That is actually the perfect compliment sandwich. That's something that'll improve over time, though. No. All right then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting.
Everyone turn away from Natsuki.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh. Yeah, I went to a different song.
Oh.
It took me a second. I was like, oh, you're going Van Halen.
Yeah! Where did you go?
Well, I didn't go just straight up jump. I went to jump around.
Really?
Yeah, my brain went to jump around.
Oh, I thought you said turn around. I was like...
No, jump around, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's not a bad one. Okay, I'm not as mad at you anymore. Jump around! Get up, and get down! Natsuki takes a breath. No, it's jump up, and get down. Sorry about that. I need to get my lyrics right. I'm drunk. It's okay. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little because she's got jump around stuck in her head. While she's still a little enthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. If you feel the vibe, it might be bobsled time. It's Natsuki's trademark style. Nothing for that. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. It's the fucking Cool Runnings. The Jamaicans went bobsledding, man! Mom?
Yeah, well, I know, like, Cool Runnings is Jamaican bobsledding thing, but, like, I don't
Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know past that.
There's 4 things I have to show you now. I'm just adding a list. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, gross, and everyone applauds. Gross. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Sleep. Easy for you to say.
Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Well, you know, there's this festival that's coming up. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I don't think doing it just one time, like reciting a poem in front of the class one time, is going to make someone feel prepared to do it in front of a festival load of people.
To quote someone, fuck it. We'll do it live.
I mean, doing it in front of other people would be... would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Oh, well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about before the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. Should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
This sounds like a special version of hell.
It is. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. You can even take one from Maya Angelou.
I was about to say, so Maya Angelou or Robert Frost are the, like, go-tos there?
Yes.
Like, poetry, I don't read it.
Yes.
One of those two.
Hey, you wrote poems. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club, but I'm not putting in effort.
Her hair is smacking Natsuki in the face.
Well, you know, it's like a fan. It's like, eat my hair now.
Natsuki's about to start, like, sneezing.
So you're just jealous. It's like, why does Natsuki get to eat that? I'm hungry. It makes me really happy. Yeah, the hair, no problem.
Meanwhile, Yuri's just like hiding in the closet and no one
And
notices.
it's like, she didn't feed me her hair. Okay, next time on Arcadium, we figure out what the fuck is wrong with everybody. Seriously. Everyone's crazy.
Half the poems are getting weird.
Understatement.